Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. In case you didn't know, the Mac Mini design we have right now is 12 years old by now. If you open up an M1 Mac Mini, the insides are quite funny. There is a huge cooling fan that was built for 65 watt TDP Intel processors, there is a laughably oversized 150 watt power supply, even though it pulls a maximum of about 30 watts under load, and the actual logic board with the M1 SoC is tiny in comparison to the case. I was tired of Apple neglecting the Mac Mini, so I redesigned it myself. I did some calculations to find out how small of a footprint is achievable with a logic board that has the same area as the M1 logic board and went from there. Turns out it is possible to make it a lot smaller. The footprint of my design is only 40% of the M1 Mac Mini. I think the design turned out pretty sleek. The front is an array of LEDs that glow in the colors of the old Apple logo. Their purpose is to function as notification LEDs. If your Mac Mini is in sleep mode, it could light up the blue LED, for example, when you get an email, or the yellow LED if you get a message on Slack. This allows for an unobtrusive way of knowing if somebody tried to contact you. The rear I/O is similar to the M1 Mac Mini, though I utilized the M1 iMac charging cable here. Making the power supply external as on the M1 iMac allows for the actual device to be smaller and have less heat output, as well as allowing for an Ethernet jack on the power supply itself. In my opinion, Apple dropped the ball on the Mac Mini. This is the same company that made the G4 Cube, a visionary design that was simply limited by the technology of the time. With Apple Silicon, they now have so much more freedom and possibilities to design a truly unique computer. They just haven't yet. There is an Apple event in a few days on March 8, and I am definitely excited to see if Apple will finally unveil the next generation of Mac Minis. I'm not saying a new Mac Mini will or should look anything like my design, I just made something that I personally think is really cool. But let me know in the comments what you think of this redesign. I was aiming to make a way longer video about the design process and everything behind my design, but I was super busy with university in the past weeks. I still put way too many hours of work into the design over the past 2 months, not to mention days of rendering. So I would love it if you could give this video a like or even share it with a friend. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.